us is 0624508619. Let me say that very slow. It's 0624508619. It's Mr. Stan. The name of the show is called Second to None. It's a hip hop show. But here in the studio, I've got a man that, you see, when he entered the studio, with the people that are here, everybody else just started smiling. and I didn't get to ask as to why is it that people are smiling just by looking at you. And most of the people that are here, they don't know you, but they just smile. Is that is there? Can I read into this thing? Is there something I need to read into the fact that people just smile?
Man, I don't know how to answer that, but I guess I make people happy everywhere I go. I'm a joyous person.
Yeah.
I'm just all about happiness and smiles, and people know that about me. So I guess that's why many people look at me and smile, I guess.
It's actually a very good thing. I mean, as opposed to, entering into a place and then people just frown,
Yeah, precisely. You need to have a good, presence amongst people. You can't just get to a place.
So what we can say in Uri, and not part of your names.
Yeah, but yeah. What can I say? But Munana keep on.
No, I'm not talking about Unaka, but I'm just saying I'm not part of Chonengi. Now, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing so great. Thanks so much, man.
It's actually wonderful to have you here in the studio.
Yeah.
And how did you find your way here?
I stay in the Val, so it wasn't too hard to get here, man, because I do know Johannesburg. I used to stay in Joburg for some time. So I know my way around Joburg, this area.
So you didn't have to battle to get here?
No, not at all, man.
No, I thought maybe you would tell me, no, I used to come here, during the times when the PSL was on, and I used to watch games here, all of those things.
No, I used to live here. I used to live in Joburg, so I pretty much know everywhere in Joburg, like all of Joburg, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So, Joburg, is it similar to how you know Makwarela, for instance?
Yeah, I mean, Makwarela is my hometown, man. I know it, whether I like it or not. I could walk blind and point anything. That's my hometown. And yeah, Joburg, I stayed, I think, about 2 years. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know Joburg enough.
Yeah.
I know the hotspots, where to go, where to walk fast.
Okay.
I hide your phone. I know the areas.
Then I'm glad you actually explained it like that. Now, Ndika.
Yeah.
Who is Ndika?
Ndika is a content creator.
Yes.
I'm a person who creates content online. Some people call me Ndika, others call me Wanda, others call me Wallet. Like I've got so many names, Mr. Bambelo. I can go on and on. Like people call me different names based on my videos.
Okay, can you say it very slowly, right?
Yeah.
The way they call you Wanda, but I like the way how you say it.
Anything for you, man. People call me Wanda.
Now, there's this very interesting concept that you came up with.
Yeah.
Some people call you a comedian. They think of you as a comedian.
Yes.
You think of yourself as a content maker.
Yes.
Right? But before we get into the crux of the content itself.
Yes.
Now, when you hear people referring to you as a comedian,
yes.
How does that make you feel?
Basically, the reason I say I'm not a comedian is because I've never really taken a mic, went on stage and cracked jokes in front of anyone, or in front of a live audience. So I don't regard myself as a comedian on that basis. But however, my videos are not meant to make you laugh. I know that a lot of people laugh at my videos, and I'm grateful for those laughs. You understand? But the objective is not for you to laugh, but to learn something from it. That's what I'm trying to achieve. And people who look at me as a comedian, they won't understand what I'm doing, because they will think I'm cracking jokes, and it's not really jokes, it's actually educational. Watch all my videos and watch them with introspection. You'll be able to see that, oh, okay, this is what he's saying.
Yeah.
There's content worth learning in there.
I prior to coming here, right?
Yeah.
I did ask questions to people, right?
Yeah.
If they know you.
Yes.
And I'm reading here. Most of the people are saying, "Oh, he's a comedian."
Okay, what I can say to that, maybe in the very, very near future, I will definitely consider comedy. But for now, at the present moment, I don't want to be regarded as a comedian. Just Ndika, the content creator.
The content creator.
Yeah.
But there's something very interesting about you,
Yeah.
right? How you make your face look when you speak. Do you go into character?
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's a time where I feel like, okay, I'm in a creative mood. I want to create. I want to do something right now. Do you understand? And you have to, obviously, the facial expressions come with that. Do you understand? You have to get into character. That's why you have to create your facial expressions. And in order to get into that creative space, you need to be in an environment which is not toxic. Normally, when I'm creating content, I switch off my data. I don't want any calls. It's just me and myself. Do you understand? I don't want anyone other. Then I start creating and brainstorming ideas, and that's how it just flows naturally from there.
Which leads us to this question. Now, do you sit down and say, I want to create, or something comes to your mind that prompts you to sit down and create, or you just look at people's experience and then start creating? I'll tell you why before you answer that. The Gwanda one is the one that got me.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I got hooked.
Yeah.
Because I can resonate with it.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, what is it that goes into your mind? What goes into the creativity?
Okay, I think to answer that question, let me go back to the very beginning on how this started. I think you will be able to get your answer there. So when I started creating videos, I basically incorporated 3 of my favorite comedians into my act. I love comedy, by the way.
Okay.
I incorporated 3 comedians. The first one was Trevor Noah. Obviously, we know Trevor Noah is big.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
If you look at my current video, you'll see that my video has words, it has pictures. Do you understand? The video is alive. As I'm explaining something, you can see it.
Yes.
Do you understand? So that's a concept I love from Trevor Noah. And then there's a comedian I love as well, known as Mr. Tyson Gubin. He's very good. What he does is he's got this style where he mentions a vernacular word in English. So I was hooked in that, and I said, you know what, I'm going to incorporate that as well. And of course, there's one of my favorite comedians or impersonators is a guy called Jay Farrow. He's from the States. He's good at impersonations. I'm glad you mentioned the facial expressions. He kills those. You understand? He can impersonate anyone and anything. So I basically incorporated these 3 things and then created my content. That's where it originates. These are my inspirations. I look up to these guys. I love these guys, and they're the ones which can get me going.
Oh, okay. You actually answered also the question that I was going to ask.
Yeah.
But maybe just to follow up on the very same question. Now you sit down and then you start writing your content. Does your content make you laugh? After you've done something and you look at it, does it make you laugh?
To be honest with you, I do give you insight. Say okay. You understand? Yeah, a bit, but yeah, I do. To be honest, I do sometimes laugh at myself. I'm like, how do I think of these things?
Oh, okay. It's all right. Now, the very first one that we have done.
Yeah.
Do you still remember, and how was it received?
The very first video I think it was the video for Chiku. I was talking about Chiku, that very game of cards.
Oh yes.
I think I did that video, followed by the video called Bambero, and then followed by I think Guandala Koromo, and then one called Buyauhats. You understand? So I think I shot all these videos on the same day. If you look at the videos, I was wearing like the same blue t-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, so I shot them all at the same time, and I just placed them on social media. Normally I would shoot videos, put them on my WhatsApp. You understand? But that time around, I'm like, let me just put these videos on Facebook. Let's see. And I remember it was level 5 lockdown, so I couldn't go out. I was bored.
This is very recent.
You understand? This is very recent. Like it's I've literally been about 2 months in the game. Yeah. So as I was saying, I placed the videos on Facebook because we couldn't go out. Remember during level 5, there was soldiers outside, there were police outside. You couldn't go out. So when the video reached Facebook, it absolutely blew up. All of them, all of my videos just went viral. And I was like,
okay. Now you've got a YouTube channel. Right?
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. I forgot to check today because I subscribed.
Yes, thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, then when I subscribed, I was number 500 and something.
Yeah.
And I see it's growing.
Yes.
Now, the idea of coming up to a point where you open the YouTube, how did it came about?
As my videos were going viral, a lot of people reached out to me, you understand? A lot of people, radio stations and so forth. So I got a lot of advice from people to say that, you know what? Yeah. People are enjoying watching what you're doing.
Yes.
You understand? And as people are enjoying watching what you're doing, why not make a little bit of money out of that? Monetize your YouTube account so that as people view your things on YouTube, then you can earn from that. And I said, you know what, why not? I've got nothing to lose at all. Then I just did it,
and there is something that you are actually hoping for as well, right?
Yeah.
So we will be back, right?
Yeah.
My guest here is a man called Ndika. Some of you know him as a comedian, but today you know him as a content maker. He makes content, and the very same content actually makes you laugh, right? Because he also giggles from the inside, because it makes him wonder as well as to how did I come with that. So now, how much do you know or understand your hip hop?
I'll be very honest. Yeah. There was a point where I was a hip hop addict. I used to love hip hop back in the days. I don't know what happened. I think it was going to school, having to work. I sort of lost touch with it, but hip hop has always been important and relevant to me as a person. At some point I've tried writing, but I was not.
I actually like the fact that you are actually saying that it was relevant, because you see, we were talking about relevance. You remember NK was here, and then we were talking about hip hop and the relevance, in the society and with regard to the songs that you like. Now, are you into the hip hop that you don't care about anything else? You just like it for the hook. There are those that if the hook is fine, then that's why not.
I love the hip hop. I was part of that era of Dr. Dre, Eminem. You understand that era, Jaru. You understand that was my type of hip hop back then. That was what I was crazy about, what I loved. And those are guys I understood and I enjoyed them. But fast forward now, well, I guess like I said, I've been very busy. I haven't really given myself time to go into music, but I still hold on to those good old days, those good classics.
Yes.
Those are my people, man. P. Diddy, then he changed it, became Puff Daddy, then just Diddy. Like
No. So I understand. You know what does that do? It actually also reveals your age, right?
Yeah.
That we haven't asked us yet.
Yeah, I get it.
Now, how old is, and you didn't see that question coming, so how old is Ndika?
Oh man. Can I write it down for you on a paper and pass it to you? Ndika.
But in any case, are you one of those people that some of the people get to be ashamed of their age?
Yeah.
I don't know whether because sometimes you find that your looks and the age does not match.
But you know what? Since you're on VMC, let me tell you guys my age. I'm 31. I turned 31 this year, man.
Oh, so
I'm very old. I'm your grandfather.
No. 31. You see, 31 is not. It's not that old.
Yeah.
You don't even. You see, with you must not even dream of midlife crisis, right?
No.
Because if you have started what you are doing now, at the age of 45 or 50, then we will think perhaps it's a midlife crisis.
No, I hope to not reach that, but hey, if it comes, no, I don't think it's gonna reach it. I don't see myself.
Now, tell me something. Now, for those that knows you closely, and they've seen your video for the first time.
Yeah.
What do you think they will think?
For those people who?
Your friends.
Yeah.
Who don't know that you're making these content videos. And then they see the video for the first time. What is it that you think they will think?
The reactions. Actually, I've experienced that. When my video started trending, some of my friends called me and they were like, hey, you know that's video. So and the reaction was mixed. It was a confused reaction. Some were like very much, but some people were telling me, "Ah, I just want to bang." You understand? And then others were just like, "Hey, you must learn your So it was one of those.
You know what, man? We've got a caller, right?
Yeah.
But let me see if I can be able to put. This caller on the line. It's a surprise, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
No. It's somebody you don't know. It's my co-host, right?
All right.
Yeah. Vision, what's up? What's up, Mr. Because you like to call yourself Mr. Madani, right?
Yes, I'm the right way.
I don't know how much have you followed the conversation I'm having with Ndika. You remember we were saying he's a comedian, but he denies that fact, right? And I'm using the word fact. He denies the fact because he does make people laugh with his video. So I am with him in the studio. Do you want to say hi to him?
I'm good. How are you, man? Yeah.
So how's the flu?
Even with the flu, I'm still doing our research about the industry as well.
Yes.
So I'm getting a bit better though. I can see that.
That's very interesting. So what do you have for us on the hip hop front?
Okay, now the hip hop front today, I'm going to be surprised about what's happening. The movie last time I spoke, she said she's not ready to work with other females for the time being because of COVID and this. But then I want to see now, this is a lady got her, and she actually also got her to work with the beach, so they're on the song together.
Okay.
To be honest, I want to listen to it, because music there, I'm not going to front it, because I want to hear what beat can break, because you bring hits now, like one by one, we're going to be hits. And I like the fact that the females are working together on it. And then, looking up what you know, tomorrow the BBC Awards, you know that, right?
Yes.
So much nomination for South Africa, we know that, right? And also, very new.
Okay.
For the new album, the new album has international acts. She's going to be working with Doja Cat. Actually, from here as well, working with Steve. She's going to be working with Doja Cat.
Okay.
And she also has the Stone UK rapper, who actually agreed for her album to put at international flavor, which is very nice to see rap in the current native sound of song, and now she's going to have two people that actually go with the sound and culture of hip hop and radio. I'm so glad that we can.
Okay. Where is this album being recorded?
My name is it.
Okay.
The release date doesn't want to be out. So what she decided is better is who she's working. I think they're going to do the whole two ways. You know, I record these for female videos.
Oh, okay, yes.
Because the one she's going around with each other right now is that. You know? And then, speaking of you and coffee, I think actually has something to say about the vaccines that they're trying to bring into Africa, and that South Africa is one of the countries that they want to try use them to heal people. He's not happy about it because he feels that it was tested in the country that it was made. It doesn't know the country's name, but it's okay. And he feels that he's being distributed. And then, as usual, every week, I think about the big guy.
It might seem like we are obsessed with the guy, but yeah, let's hear.
And he's been against the whole vaccine thing. He feels that this is supposed to be tested where it was made, and he doesn't want Africans to be harmed by something that is not tested where it should be. And he feels that the COVID-19 is bad, but at the same time, I would like this to happen because, you know, rather test it out wherever and stop making it an African benefit. You see, this week he didn't bring drama. This week actually brought it. I'm happy with that. This week he brought it.
Yeah.
And then the most funniest shit ever. You all remember YouTube, right?
Yes.
Besides the corona, YouTube right now is so amazing. Actually, literally, just shouted out everybody who gave them a date in the year 2017. The last club, the last pub, the last event, everything. And he said in the year 2021, when he got the album, still hasn't titled it, still hasn't said when the music date is, but I believe it's next year, we already said in 2021, but we're not sure which month. He will perform for 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Each and every place to show them love for 2020, he's performing for free, and once he does it, I think one performance really fast. Really what I have to say. But he's doing it for free to thank them and shout out for what they did for him. Because nobody wanted to book him off the day. So now, these places will say like, no, come to me, let's see what we can do. We still love you. And he's happy with that, that he wanted to literally come back and thank them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's do this right now.
Okay.
Because we were in the middle of the interview, right? And then you're gonna come back. I think today the freestyle is gonna be lit. So do you promise to come back to us just before the freestyle? Perhaps you can do the freestyle. We've got an artist called Default here in the studio. Yeah. So you heard of him. So he said he wanted to go. He said he wanted to go up against you on the freestyle. He said up against. I don't know what does that mean, but because he says you give him inspiration to diss you.
What? Thank you very much.
He says one look at you, he gets all the inspiration. Okay. 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 I know he's hearing you. Is there something you want to say to Ndika?
Ndika, oh man, you know to get the friend. I trust what you said. You are
You're a sellout, bro.
Why are people keep calling you names? Now you are a sellout. You see? You see, we know you're a comedian, so okay. All right, Vision. Are you gonna come back to us at 10 to? Okay, thanks, Mr. Maganis. That was my co-host, Mr. Vision, right here at VMC Planet Radio. You're still chilling with Mr. Stan. You wanna get in touch with us? It's 062 450 8619. Yeah, Mr. Ndika, you know, this is a very interesting thing. You know, I'm reading here on what I'm, you know, people, why is it that people are saying you're a comedian? I thought we're gonna clear that question once, né?
Yeah.
But it's very funny. But you were still explaining that some of your colleagues, friends, people that are close to that haven't seen you for a long time, and when they see this video, they call you to say, hey, we didn't even know you can speak English.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the reaction I was getting from my friends, even family members as well. Because when you're with your family, your uncles, your brothers, and so forth, you speak Chivenda, not Chivenda.
Yeah,
you understand? So, but you know, also the Chivenda.
Yeah.
So now that you will find go trying and get a must go for you understand? So that was the reaction, but like what can I say?
The only question I have, right?
Yeah.
Because this kills me. The facial expression when you mention a better word, the way you mention it, that kills me. I don't know. Do you first practice in the mirror or you just do it without practicing?
Like I said, facial expressions. I wish you could follow Jay Furman. That guy is so good. Like, look at him do his impersonations. You would understand where I get my source from. You understand? Like, you just have to get in character and feel what you're about to do and just let it go. That's what it's about. You understand? I just wish I wish we were live where fans could see. I would just play a clip so everyone could see it.
Could be able to do that.
So that you could see what I'm talking about, man. That guy is like the master impersonation. He feels, he gets into character. You understand? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, I've got a serious question.
Okay, let me drink water first.
I see there's a person that you actually endorsing, so I don't even have to mention her name. Is there a particular reason?
Who's that person?
The person on your status.
Okay, no, let me be open. Let me put it like this. I am in a relationship, a very serious relationship. Yes, the person you saw is my girlfriend, the love of my life. This is the person who has accepted me for who I am. Like, she accepted me with all the challenges and, pain which comes with me, and she loved me regardless, So that's the person I love. I love her with all my heart. She is a beautiful, matured, and strong woman. You understand? And words can never be enough to explain how much I love this woman. I love her because she has been by my side since the beginning. The fame or trending never shook her or made her feel that she's not worthy. She knows her position, and I make sure that she knows her place as well in my heart. I love her with everything I am.
It's very encouraging, to hear a man, expressing the love to everybody that is listening, the way you are actually doing. Is she listening?
Of course, she's listening. Yeah, I'm sure she's blushing now. She's going to be crying now. People.
Now, I would like to see, a black person, blushing. But you do blush from the inside.
Yeah, I think the thing with black people, we don't like showing emotion.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed about black people. Like, we don't like showing emotion. Some do, but we just try, especially men. As a man, you can't show emotion because not that when I really do it. You understand? We can't even cry. We can't even have tears of joy. You understand? That's just how we're raised, I guess.
Besides being the way we are actually raised, I think you don't want to show maybe your weaknesses or stuff. True.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, when was the last time you cried?
Let me think.
Like, seriously cry? Whether in front of people or on your own?
I'll be very honest, I'll be very honest. I last cried in January, like after I got news that my father passed away. Like, not like a cry, like just tears, rolling down my face. Before that, I last cried, I think it was, I don't know, like 1999 when I stole $100 from my mother. Like that beating, I can still feel it, like she beat me and, she started slapping me. And the thing is, they are watching someone. But all of them are Monday,
yes,
like, you can't, like, there's no way you can block it. So all time, and then she just beat me. I cried for like, I cried for the longest time. I still remember that lesson when so much I've done out, so
So, but did it serve as a deterrent?
Look, a lot, definitely, because I knew that my mother would just kill me this time. After what she did last time, this time she's gonna just finish me. So I just grew up with that fear, hey, respect people's property,
Okay, let's talk about corporal punishment.
Yeah.
Since you're talking about that punishment, why are you calling it a punishment?
Okay, let me answer this in just these are my opinions.
Yes.
Just my opinions on corporal punishment.
Yeah.
Personally, we grew up in an era and I think we turned out fine. We all know that. So we can't say there's no positive to it because a lot of us are sharp because of that. Yeah. So my view is that wana kariwe but enough. Not just I'm not saying wana kariwe is also abuse. There's abuse. Let's distinguish the two. Abuse is abuse on its own, but abuse need to move on or ask people. You understand what's right and what's wrong. And I think we should do that, but obviously the law is against that. Now, you could get arrested for that. They could, you could just find yourself in trouble. Social workers, you could have everyone on your case because of that. But personally, I think Zoshuma for you.
I prefer to call it corrective measures instead. because you're getting to be corrected. Right?
Yeah.
And that benefit is also the one as well.
That's very true. But unfortunately, in this day and age, we are shying away from that, and the result of this water, you can see, like there's nothing more embarrassing than one day. You understand? And it's so sad that whenever a cover baby, the very same parents were not disciplining that child who baby in front of people, for example. You understand? Yeah, so I think it's important, Mara. Let's have a limit. Let's not overdo it and overstep the mark, So abuse abana. Bana song abuse you. Kaba to kite you. Kaba really go cut.
Parents abuse.
What can I say? Abuse as a whole is wrong. You understand? I'm a person who's very much against abuse. From time to time, I go live on my Facebook and I condemn abuse. And unfortunately, it's one of those things where we are powerless. The law has to intervene. Mutu ako wrong now when you do abuse. Where we you understand? Like where do we start? This just needs the law. You understand? And it's said that so many people are abused, especially kids. And I don't think there's enough. Like I don't think the kids know already. Like I don't abuse. I can actually report this. I'm on my own. I'm in this dark corner. I'm on.
And here, let's put it in context. You're talking abuse. You're not talking about corrective.
I'm just talking about abuse.
Okay,
it's hard to speak out.
Okay.
From what
Okay. As we are about to wrap up, because this was a very interesting conversation. Do you know we only played one song and we spoke for a much longer period of time. You see, because it's a hip hop show and people also still like to hear songs.
Of course.
Now, as we're about to wrap up, now Ndika as a content maker by yourself, because that's how you consider yourself. But other people consider you as a comedian. This thing of content making and making people laugh. How far are you willing to take it?
To be honest with you, at first this was just for fun because I just did my videos for fun so that whoever enjoys them can watch them. But then the reaction I got online and from people showed me that more people want to see more of this. Do you understand? So I said, you know what, I'm not going to disappoint you guys. I'm definitely going to keep going and I'm going to keep taking out the content. As long as there are people who can say we want more, you're going to get more. Do you understand? So definitely that's what I'm going to do. That's very interesting. What is the next video that is going to come out? The next video is called Nemeneme. And these are flying terms. Nemeneme is that event
Okay, we are taking a video. Do you mind just give us a snippet? It's not yet ready because how I'm going to, if you check my videos from this one at I want to make my videos well researched. So I've got a professor who's a professor in vets. Okay.
So this guy agreed to give me information. So I'm gonna in-depth information. So after video that's why those videos are going to educate. You're gonna get a lot of knowledge you didn't know. I'm gonna start from the history or Tomagai, Majuru, Pemba, Mitate, and hey, that's cool. Make sure you can you promise us that either when you do your next video you're gonna tag VMC Planet Radio? Definitely man. The love you guys showed me, reaching out to me, I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to include you. If you're on the page, I'm going to include you. There's no way I can exclude you. We're family.
Thank you so much for that. And we won't mind to have a video made about VMC. You can also make a video about the show called Second to None at VMC Planet Radio. You know? But for VMC, I'm sure we are not gonna mind. Now, your last words. What is it that, because you were very fun. I thought we were gonna play some games, but there was no time for that. For that. What is your last word for somebody who has what it takes, but they don't have the same courage as you?
Yeah. Okay. And I'm glad you brought that question up. Let me tell you something. I want to run my let me start there. Because you get so many people when this comes with a lot of love. The love is a lot. There's also a lot of hate as well. So you need to be able to withstand the hate.
Yes.
You understand? The only courage I'll tell you is that develop thick skin. When people start beefing you, people start talking about you, be able to handle that. You understand? And if you know that Anikonu handles you will never make it. Because trust me, look, and lastly, what I would advise is go for your dreams, man. Don't let anyone stop you from doing what you want to do. A lot of people have these brilliant ideas. We've got these ideas in it. It could change the world. Mara, because of fear, because of Batwadurmi, because of what in Ndabambiwa. People hold back, and I feel sorry for them because these dreams go, you understand? So go for it. Give everything you have. Everything has challenges. I want you to know it will be smooth sailing. There will be challenges, but the important thing is to shine and rise above them. You understand? You are bigger than your critics. You are bigger than your haters. You are bigger than all the negative.
Yo, that's a yeah. That's a mouthful. Okay, this is the last question. I promise I'm not going to ask you any other question. This is the last question.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself level-headed?
Like initially, what do you mean?
Like where you still can be able to talk about what you are being faced with and still be relentless and not stop.
Okay. I think what gets me going is I know that there are people who love what I do. There are people who would scream, fight, and kill for me. I've seen that. I've seen the love. It's massive. You understand? So I focus on the positive. You understand? There are those who don't understand what I'm doing or they'll try to bring me down. I never focus on those. In fact, I've had so many online attacks, and this is something you should know if you want to do something, that there will be a lot of cyberbullying, online attacks. The important thing is to remember why you started. The reason I started was so that I can do this and follow my dreams. So that's what's up, you understand?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you put it like that, because you see somebody's gonna be encouraged out there. And they won't shy away from what they're doing because somebody else feel that what they're doing might not be taken as being appropriate. But man, thanks a lot. Okay, the viewers there that don't see us, this is how we shaking our hands, with the elbow touch. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you.
Yeah. It's my pleasure, man. Thank you so much for having me, man.
You are so welcome.